Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making some vegetable soup. So basically it's going to be a little bit spicy, but not that spicy. But here are the ingredients that we're going to use to cook it. So the first one here that we have is mung bean sprout. So this is very popular in Japan. It's available in a lot of supermarkets. And here we have some spinach. So just put as many spinach as you feel like. This is optional. If you don't want these two, you can leave them out. And the next one, which is very integral, is the cabbage. Yeah, so cut up a lot of cabbage actually. And yeah, so the next one is we have some tomatoes here. So these are actually raw tomatoes that I chop up in this. And we're going to put them in early so that they disintegrate, okay? And here in this bowl, we have some carrot cut up into small pieces. Not too small, but just small enough for it to cook quickly. And the next one, which we have one ball of onions here. So we just slice them, as you can see, just very thin, not too thin as well. And here we have some olive oil that we're going to use to cook the vegetable soup. So we're going to mix it with water, but we're going to put in a little bit of olive oil. But if you don't have olive oil, you can use any regular oil. Okay, so here we have some spice mix, but this spice mix is optional. If you don't have spice mix, just use any spice mix that you can create on your own. It doesn't have to be this specific one, but I got this from the store. Okay, so it's a little bit spicy. It has some pepper and black pepper and a little bit of salt in it, and I like it. And here we have some flavor cubes. So some people call it Maggi. If you have that, you can use it as well, but I have this, so that's what I'm using. And in this bowl here we have a mixture of garlic and some ginger here. So these are paste. If you don't have the paste, you can actually use the raw ones and just make sure you cut them into small pieces. For the ginger, it's probably best that you grind it in your grinder. But for the garlic, you can just cut up the garlic raw ones into small pieces. And in this bowl here, we have three ingredients. We have like red pepper and we have black pepper and then we have some salt. So that's what we're going to use to make this vegetable soup. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's go and start cooking. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we put in some water in our boiling pan, and initially you don't have to add in a lot of water just to be on the safe side. You can add in a little bit of water that will be enough to cover your vegetables initially, because you can always add in water when the water is running low. Okay, so we're gonna wait for this to boil, and then we're gonna add in our first batch of ingredients. Okay, so now that our water has started to boil a little bit, it's not fully boiled yet, so we're gonna add our cabbage and our tomatoes. Just put them in gently. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this boil for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're gonna add in the next set of ingredients. So I'm just gonna close this. Okay, so now that our cabbage and the tomato has been boiling for about 15 minutes, I'm gonna now open it up a little bit and add in some olive oil, just a little bit, just so you can just see it floating around. Yeah, that should be all right. Okay. And then we're gonna add our carrots and our onions. So these are gonna be there for another 10 minutes. Okay. All right, so let's just close the lid and let that also boil. So this time we're gonna close it like 100% so that the onions and the carrot like really cook faster. You can leave it there for a bit longer if you want it too soft, but I'm gonna leave it there for 10 minutes and then we're gonna add in the next batch of food. Okay. Reason we're doing that is because we already know how quickly the food cooks, and depending on how soft or hard we want the different foods to be, we can alter the times. But since it's a soup, it should be at least a little bit soft. But some people like the ingredients in their soup hard, so that's fine as well. Okay. Okay, so now our carrots and our onions have been boiling for about 10 minutes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our mung bean sprouts, and we're gonna add in the spinach as well. So let's just do that. So just push it all the way in. There you go. Now just mix it. Just push the ingredients so they are evenly distributed. So next, let's add in all the other like spices and other ingredients. So we're gonna add in the ginger and the garlic. So I'm gonna use a spoon for that. So we do scoop up everything that's inside this bowl, as you can see here. Next, let's add in the salt, pepper, and the black pepper. Sprinkle it around. Scoop everything up so you don't miss any ingredients. And then for this one, which is optional, is your spice mix. So any spice mix will do. It's just that this is the one I prefer. And then finally, we're gonna add in our spice cubes. So this one, depending on the size of your soup, you don't need to add it there. So I think actually I took out 2, but because I have added like other spices, I will actually add in 1. Okay, because I was thinking I might have to add in some water in here, but apparently no. So there's enough water for now. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm just gonna close this up for about, let's say, 20 to 25 minutes. So the thing about this is now this is like not thick or it's not too like sloppy. So if you want it thicker, you have to close it for a longer time, maybe 30 or 35 minutes on slow heat. But for now, I think this is fine. I'll leave it here for about 20 to 25 minutes. If it needs a little bit more water, I'll add in there. But I think for now, it's fine. So just gonna close that. Okay, so for after about 25 minutes, so this is what we have. So let's check it out. It seems that we've lost quite a bit of water. Okay, and yeah, so looking at the ingredients, actually, I want it to be a little bit softer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in a little bit of water and then just let it sit for another 15 minutes, okay, on lower heat. So that's it. Just add in just a little bit of water, not too much. And then just gonna close this again and lower the heat a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna leave it there for 15 minutes. Like I said, you can leave it for longer if you want it a whole lot softer, which that's the desired choice that we want right now, because the cabbage seems to take a while to cook. But yeah, but it's all up to your choice. You can actually eat it this way. It should be fine as well. But I want it to be a bit softer. That's why I'm leaving it for a while more. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, let's check what we have now. I can already smell the taste. Seems about right. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. Like the texture and everything, I can feel it. Everything seems to be like very soft and all. So yeah, that's it. So this is vegetable soup. It's my own customized version. I didn't actually check it out anywhere, but I'll just give it my own name called cabbage soup. I know it's very regular, but yeah, there you have it. And you can just eat this as a side dish to your main dish, or you can just actually, the cool thing about this is you can put in some chicken, already cooked chicken in it, if you want to use it as a main dish, or you can just cook beef on the side until it's really soft, and then you can add it in later on if you want to use this as your main dish. But right now it's only vegetables, so I only recommend to use it as a side dish. Okay, just to complement your main dish. All right, so we're just gonna serve this now, and then enjoy. So I'll just leave it to rest for about 5 to 10 minutes by just partially covering it here. Okay, so because if you want to store this, it's really hot. So if you want to put it in any plastic containers or anything like that, it might really be like too hot for the container. So just leave it to sit around for 5 to 10 minutes or longer if it's still hot before serving. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video.